Hello everybody, Terry back again with another video, and today's video guys is gonna be about to talk about the manic Monday that we just saw. 7 matches was finished, 1 is left to be finished, and that one is of course Daniel Medvedev versus Hubi Hurkacz. Daniel Medvedev is up in the lead 2-1 in sets, and they are on serve in the 4th set. I believe Hubi Hurkacz is leading the 4th set 4-3, but Daniel Medvedev will serve tomorrow. But the other 7 matches that we just saw, 4 matches was straight sets victory, and those 4 winners was of course Federer, Djokovic, Shapovalov, and Berrettini, and 3 other matches was in 5 sets battles, and those 5 sets battles, you know that by now who those 5 sets battles was, and it was Korda versus Kashanov. It was Felix Aliassime versus Alexander Zverev, and then 3rd battle that was 5 sets was between which was the 3rd one? Let me think here now because my brain is staying still here. Korda, Kashanov, Felix Aliassime, Alexander Zverev, and yes, of course, Rublev versus Marton Fucsovics. And let's start to talk about the two of the big 3 members. Of course, those 2 that are playing the Wimbledon of the big 3 members are Djokovic and Federer. Let's start with Djokovic first. Djokovic, he looked really solid. He was never in trouble. Cristian Garin doesn't have any kind of tools in his box to trouble Novak Djokovic. Cristian Garin is a clay court specialist for a reason. He doesn't have the time to do good returns on grass like he has on clay, of course. On grass you need to have super sharp returns. If you don't have that, you will not be successful. And of course, that was exactly the case with Cristian Garin. Djokovic, he won 92% of his first serves. 92%. It was not like Djokovic was landing crazy amount of many of first serves in. He landed only 58% of first serves in. But it doesn't matter when you face a horrible returner like Cristian Garin. Djokovic wins 92% of his first serves in. 92! That shows exactly what kind of a horrible returner Cristian Garin is. And Djokovic was winning 64% behind his second serve. 64%. This shows that Cristian Garin was never troubling Novak Djokovic's serve whatsoever. Not first serve, not second serve. Cristian Garin himself didn't win a lot of points behind his first or second serve. Cristian Garin was landing 56% first serves in and was winning 56% behind his first serves in. Exactly like he was landing first serves, he was winning also 56% behind his first serves in, and he was winning 46% behind his second serves. So Cristian Garin was not winning over 60% behind his first serves in, and was not winning over 50% behind his second serves. And when you when you not win over 60% behind first serves in and over 50% behind second serves, you will never trouble your opponent, especially not an opponent like Novak Djokovic, the world number 1, the 19-time Grand Slam champion, the most all-round tennis player that I personally have ever seen. You will not do any damage against him when you are not winning over 60% behind your first serves in and over 50% behind your second serves. Djokovic was doing a solid match. He was never tested here, Djokovic. He did 28 winners, 23 unforced errors, so he does 5 more winners than unforced errors. Cristian Garin, on the other hand, he does only 14 winners. Only 14 winners and 26 unforced errors, so Cristian Garin does 12 more unforced errors than winners. Look guys, when you do this kind of a little winners, 14, and when you are returning this kind of horrible like Cristian Garin did, you will never touch your opponent. You will never even smell his breath. Let's be honest here. Djokovic didn't lose his serve one single time. He had 2 break punch opportunities against him. He saved both of them, of course, and break serve 5 out of 12 times of the break punch opportunities. So he braked Cristian Garin's serve 5 times. Cristian Garin, on the other hand, like I said, he only saw 2 break punch opportunities, and of course he didn't convert in any of them. This was never any contest. Djokovic was cruise control from the first to the last point and won his straight sets. 6-2, 6-4, 6-2. He gave Cristian Garin only 8 games. I didn't practically feel that Djokovic was murderous impressive, especially when it comes to serving. He's still not serving over 60%. He didn't do that against Cam Norrie. He didn't do that against in his 3rd round match as well against who was he facing in the third round? Novak Djokovic. My brain is staying still here. Anyway, he was not doing over 60%. He was not landing over 60% first serves in his 3rd round match. Novak Djokovic, 54%, I believe, was landing in his 3rd round match. Yes, Denis Kudla. Yeah, now my brain is working again. Denis Kudla, he was facing in the 3rd round, and he was landing 54% first serves in against Denis Kudla. And in this match against Cristian Garin, he landed 58% first serves in. So, but it doesn't matter. He still is winning a lot of points behind first serves in. So it is not about how many first serves in you are landing. It is all about how much damage you are doing beyond those first serves in. And he's doing pretty much damage behind his first serves in. At least he did that against Cristian Garin, 92%. Marvelous number, guys. But it has to do with Cristian Garin as well. He was so weak in the return games. And then we have Roger Federer, guys. Roger Federer, the other one of 2 big 3 members. He looked rock solid. He looked in cruise control like Novak Djokovic as well. He was little tested. Novak was never tested. But Federer also was never in trouble. He won his straight sets. Won the first set 6-4. The second. He won the first set 7-5. The second 6-4, and the third 6-2. Federer breaks 5 times. 2 times in the first set. 1 time in the third set, 1 time in the second set, and 2 times in the third set. 5 times Federer breaks serve. The only really bad game Federer did in this match was when he was serving in that 10th game of the first set, guys. When he was serving in that 6-4 game. When he was trying to serve for the first set. And Federer was in that Santa Claus mode again. And he wanted to celebrate Christmas way too early this year, and gave exactly like he did in his 3rd round match against Cam Norrie, actually, when he gave Cam Norrie that game for free in one of the sets, I believe in the third set, in the third set, when that third set was going to a tie-break, and Djokovic gave that game for free to Cam Norrie with 4 straight unforced errors. He did the same thing here against Lorenzo Sonego in the first set, when he was trying to serve for the first set, but he decided that, you know what, I'm going to celebrate Christmas way too early this year, and I'm going to give this game for free to Lorenzo Sonego, and Lorenzo Sonego break back and level the match 5-all, and then it was rain delays, and after the rain delay, Federer won 2 straight games and won the first set 7-5. And after that, Federer never was in trouble in his serve, to be quite honest. Federer dropped serve only 1 time the entire match, and that was in that first set when he gave that service game for free to Lorenzo Sonego. In the second set, he was never in trouble in his own serve, won the second set 6-4, and in the third set, it was only 1 play on the court, guys, more or less. It was straight, it was one-way traffic for Roger Federer, and won the third set 6-2. Federer was rock solid, in my opinion. Didn't do a marvelous, murderous, superior match, because he was never really tested. because Lorenzo Sonego was weak in my opinion. But Federer was landing 60% first serve in. He was winning 79% behind those first serve in. That is great number to win almost 80%. It is always great number winning behind your first serve in. And he was winning 65% behind his second serves. That is great number. He was doing 32 winners, 26 unforced errors. So he's doing 6 more winners than unforced errors. So great number from Roger Federer. Lorenzo Sonego, on the other hand, he was not doing so many winners. He did 23 winners and 26 unforced errors. So Lorenzo Sonego did 3 more unforced errors than winners. All in all, a good level Roger Federer we saw, exactly like we did in the third round match as well against Cam Norrie. And Roger Federer did exactly the same kind of a level. He never needed to pick up and to show up that great mode level. He never needed to do that because Lorenzo Sonego never tested Federer. Lorenzo Sonego was not that impressive, to say the least. So Federer, it was a good mode level we saw Federer from the first to the last point, beside that game that he gave away for free to Lorenzo Sonego like a Santa Claus in that first set. Alright guys, some other matches that we saw. Shapovalov he won his straight sets because we had 4 straight sets victories in this Manic Monday. 2 from one from Novak, 1 from Roger, and the third set's victory was of course from Denis Shapovalov. He was impressive against RBA. I had the feeling that Denis Shapovalov will defeat RBA, even though I picked RBA to go to the semifinal when I did my preview 10 days ago. But I changed that prediction when these two faced each other. I had that feeling because Denis Shapovalov, after he came through against Philip Kohlschreiber in the first round in a 5-set epic battle, and he had a walkover in the second round against Andujar, and he just destroyed Andy Murray in the third round and gave Andy Murray only 8 games, and did 45 winners and only 24 unforced errors against Andy Murray. Did 21 more winners and unforced errors. I just thought with myself that Denis Shapovalov, he's looking good, he's looking consistent, he's looking solid. He will take out RBA as well, and I was right. I thought that RBA will take 1 set actually, but he didn't do even that. Denis Shapovalov really was in cruise control from the first to the last ball. He never was in trouble here, to be quite honest. He took a big lead in the first set to 4 love. Then RBA, he took his teeth into the match, but he never could win that first set, and Denis won that first set. And then Denis won the second set pretty convincingly. He was never in trouble there as well. And then in the third, also Denis won the third set in straight. So Denis wins in straight sets. After he does 52 winners and 41 unforced errors, he does 11 more winners than unforced errors. He doesn't do quite of a good and superior match as he did against Andy Murray, but because against Andy Murray he does 24 unforced errors only. In this match he does 41 unforced errors. He does 17 more unforced errors in this match than he did against Andy Murray. But RBA is a different kind of opponent. Andy Murray, he is in a decline, guys. He's not in his shape of his life, to say the least. RBA is a better tennis player than Andy Murray at the current moment. RBA, of course, is not a better tennis player than and then Andy Murray. Andy Murray from his prime years, but at the current Andy Murray, RBA is a better player than Andy Murray. So of course RBA threatened Denis Shapovalov much more than Andy Murray could do. So that's why, because RBA of course will always force you to hit an extra ball because he's a baseline grinder. And that's why also Denis Shapovalov did more unforced errors in this match than he did against Andy Murray. It has to do with the opponent. But all in all, Denis Shapovalov was never in trouble here. He won 78% behind his first serves in. Man, that is a lot, guys. He landed at 59% first serves in, if I'm not mistaken, and won 78% behind his first serves in. That is a great number, almost 80%. And was winning 44% behind his second serve. That is a little weak there. To win 44% behind his second serve, he needs to get that number higher than Shapovalov to be really successful at this tournament. Even though he has been pretty successful going to the quarterfinal, but for him to take out the really big dogs, he needs to win more points behind second serves. RBA, on the other hand, he didn't do a great. He was not serving good, man. I believe RBA did only one service, if I'm not mistaken. Denis Shapovalov 15. Even though Denis Shapovalov did 8 double faults, but still he does 15 aces. RBA, he does only 1 ace, for God's sakes. Only one on in a surface like grass where you get rewarded with your serve, but RBA was not doing aces at all, only 1 I believe, and 2 double faults if I'm not mistaken, and was winning only 49% behind his first serve, only 49 compared with Denis Shapovalov was winning 78 and was winning 45% behind his second serves, and RBA was doing only 14 winners, for God's sakes, and 22 unforced errors. He was doing 8 more unforced errors than winners. You cannot win a tennis match. You will not even take a set when you do only 14 winners, like RBA did against Denis Shapovalov. RBA could not hit Denis Shapovalov through at all. He could not hit through Denis Shapovalov at all in this match. Denis Shapovalov, on the other hand, he could hit through RBA, that's for sure, with 52 winners. RBA, only 14 winners. You will not win a tennis match with only 14 winners. I can guarantee you that, guys. Exactly like Christian Garin didn't do that either against Djokovic with only 14 winners as well. Denis Shapovalov, he's looking rock solid, he's looking consistent, he's looking composed, he's looking dedicated, he's looking strong, guys. And then the other straight sets victory was Berrettini against Ivashka. Berrettini was never in trouble in this match. He dropped his serve only 1 time, and I forgot to say about Denis Shapovalov. He dropped his serve 2 times against RBA and break RBA's serve 7 times. Impressive stuff from Denis Shapovalov there. Berrettini, he dropped his serve only 1 time against Ivashka and break Ivashka's serve, I believe, 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. Berrettini was never in trouble. He looked rock solid. Berrettini, the knockout expert, the serve plus point expert. When he lands his serve, it is a dead point, guys. It is a dead point. He will kill the point in the 3rd or 5th shot. Berrettini's weakness is if you extend the rallies and take the rallies over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. But if the rallies are short, you cannot hurt him because he is a knockout player. He will kill the point immediately in the 3rd or 5th shot. And if not the 3rd or 5th shot, he will do that sometimes in the 7th shots. But mostly times he kills the point on the 3rd and 5th shot. And that's why he wins so many points behind his first serves. He of course won a lot of points behind his first serves and a lot of points behind his second serves. He was doing 37 winners, 27 unforced errors. He does 12 more winners than unforced errors. Ivashka, on the other hand, he was doing only 16 winners and 16 unforced errors. Yeah, he didn't do many unforced errors, Ivashka, but he for sure didn't do many winners as well. Only 16 winners. So Berrettini, one of my 3 big favorites, Djokovic, Federer, and Berrettini was one of my 3 big favorites before this event started, is through to the quarterfinal after an impressive straight sets victory against Ivashka. Was never in trouble. He's looking rock solid, he's looking consistent, he's looking powerful, he's winning a lot of points behind first serve and second serve. He's doing a lot of aces. Berrettini's weaknesses, of course, we know it is his backhand, but on this surface like grass, he's slicing his backhand a lot, so he's not hitting his backhand so many times. Yeah, he's hitting topspin backhands time to time, but he's slicing a lot of times, and that slice stays really low on this surface. So, and he's not extending the rallies. He's avoiding long rallies. He cannot avoid long rallies on clay or on hard courts because clay and hard courts are slower surfaces than grass, at least the US Open hard court. The Australian Open hard court is faster than this Wimbledon grass, I must say, because the Wimbledon grass has been slowed down more and more for every single year. The Wimbledon grass was much faster 15-20 years ago. But that is another topic. So the grass is suiting Berrettini's game perfectly because he can hold those rallies really short. And when the rallies are short, Berrettini is murderous dangerous. Murderous dangerous, my tennis fans all around the world. So Berrettini is also through in straight sets victory. like the other three, like Djokovic, Federer, and Shapovalov. Berrettini is the fourth player that came through in straight sets. Then we had three other epic 5-set battles. Rublev lost in a 5-set battle against Fusovic. Big congrats to Fusovic for playing his first ever quarterfinal major. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has never been in a quarterfinal appearance in a major before. He took out Rublev after turning around that scenario from 1-2 down in sets, and he turned it around in 5 and won it in 5 sets. Won the 4th set 6-love, gave Rublev a bagel, and won the 5th set 6-3. Fusovic was the better player, guys. He was the cleaner player. He did 41 winners and 27 adversaries. He does 14 more winners than adversaries. He was winning much more points behind his first serves than Rublev. He won 88% behind first serves. 88%. That is impressive stuff. No one did win more points behind his first serve than Fusovic, besides Novak Djokovic in this 4th-round match. Novak Djokovic won 92%. Second after Novak Djokovic was Fusovic with 88% winning behind his first serves in. 88%. If you look at Rublev's number, he won only 65% behind his first serves in. Compare that with Fusovic, who won 88%. Rublev won actually more points behind second serve, 50%, and Fusovic won 45%. But that doesn't matter when you are such dominant in beyond winning points behind your first serves with 88% and your opponent with only winning 65%. You will be 9 out of 10 times the winner in a tennis match. And of course, that was the case in this match as well, where Rublev was just the better. Fusovic just was the better player. And in the 5th set, he was just the more solid, more consistent, the more cleaner player. He was up in the break in the 5th set. Rublev came back, took that break back, and then Fusovic braked once again in that 5th set and won that 5th set 6-3. Very, very deserving winner by Fusovic. He was the much cleaner, much consistent, much solid player than Andrei Rublev, especially in the 4th and the 5th set. And then the 3rd set, the second 5-set epic battle we had was between Korda and Karakashanov. Oh my God, what kind of a match this was. This was a tie-break, this was a break party, guys. A breakfast party, guys. They were breaking each other's serves 19 times, I believe. Karakashanov break 10 times Korda serve, and Korda break Karakashanov serve 9 times. Only in the 5th set they break each other's serves 13 times, guys. Karakashanov break Korda serve 7 times, and Korda break Karakashanov serve 6 times. This was a break of serve party, guys, to say the least. Especially in the 5th set, they could not hold their serve in the 5th set. And in the end, who won this match? Yeah, the player who had the better serve. And the player who had the better serve was for sure Karakashanov. He did 19 aces. 19 aces. Great stuff from Karakashanov. Korda only 6 aces. Korda, I have said during my videos during this Wimbledon week that Korda has a good serve. Forget what I said. Forget what I said. I have said wrong thing about Korda's serve. He doesn't have a good serve. 6 aces in 5 sets. Do you call that a good serve? What was I thinking? Did I even think with my brain? For God's sake. Korda is a good player. He reminds me, like I've said, about Tomas Berdych. He's a worse version of Tomas Berdych. And Karakashanov, on the other hand, he is a worse version of Marat Safin. The worst version of Marat Safin, Karakashanov, defeated the worst version of Tomas Berdych, Korda, Sebastian Korda. But Sebastian Korda, he needs to improve that serve if he wants to be, because he's a big dude. To be that kind of a big dude, big tall guy, and doing only 6 aces in 5 sets, that is weak from Sebastian Korda. That is really weak. Besides that, Sebastian did a good, solid match. 56 winners, 51 unforced errors. So he does five more winners than unforced errors. Karakash, on the other hand, he does 45 winners and 43 unforced errors. He does two more winners than unforced errors. But in the end of the day, Karakash won the match because he was the better server than Sebastian Korda, especially in that fifth set, in my opinion at least. And then we had the third set, 5-set battle in this Manic Monday, and that was, of course, between Felix Aliassime versus the double fault machine. My God, have you ever seen a bigger double fault machine than Alexander Sasha Zverev? He does 42 unforced errors. Alexander Sasha Zverev, that is not bad number. 42 unforced errors because he does 47 winners. So he does 5 more winners than unforced errors. Alexander Sasha Zverev. But the problem is here for Alexander Sasha Zverev is that he does, of these 42 unforced errors, 20 of them are double fault. So Alexander Sasha Zverev does only 22 unforced errors in the rallies when the ball is in play. But so only 22 unforced errors. So 20 unforced errors are double faults from Alexander Sasha Zverev. Have we ever seen a bigger double fault beast than Alexander Sasha Zverev? Probably not. Maybe Paré is a bigger double fault beast than Alexander Zverev, but I doubt it. Even if that clown Paré is a bigger double fault machine than Alexander Zverev. 20 double faults, you will not come away, even though that he almost did. He almost did, my tennis fans all around the world, because in the end of the day, Felix Aliassime wins only 3 more points than Alexander Sasha Zverev. Only 3 more points. Do you know that? So even though Sasha Zverev did 20 double faults, Felix wins only 3 more points than Zverev. Big congrats to Felix. I think he's playing his first ever quarterfinal match in a major. And big congrats for him to go this deep for the first time in his career, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think Felix has ever been this deep in a major, because Felix, we have always hyped him. I've been one of them who has hyped Felix Aliassime. I've hyped him over the years, but he has always disappointed me with all those ATP Tour finals that he has lost, eight to be precise, and he has lost all of them in straight sets. So he's lost 16 in ATP finals in his career. He has never won a title, and he has never defeated Alexander Zverev before in his career, and he has actually never taken one set from Zverev in 3 previous meetings. But now he took 3 sets. He took the lead. He was up in the lead 2 sets to love, and then Zverev came back and leveled the match. And when Zverev leveled the match, I actually thought that Zverev now will turn this match around, because Zverev, we have to give him credit. He has turned matches around many times in his career when he has been loved to down in sets, especially at French Open. So I thought that, considering that Felix Aliassime is not the most strongest mentally player on the tour, he's not the most clutchest player on the tour, and when Zverev came and leveled that match 2-all, I thought that now we will do this comeback and win the 5th set as well. But no, I was wrong. Felix Aliassime, he showed some really clutchness in that 5th set, and showed some really consistency, good level, and showed some really good composure in the 5th set, and won that 5th set 6-4. And when he served that 10th game of that 5th set, and he was serving for the victory, I thought that he maybe will choke now, but he didn't choke. He looked calm, he looked composed, he looked focused, and he served out that 5th set without any big, huge troubles, and won the match in 5-set epic battle. Big congrats to Felix Aliassime. He really deserves his success after people have hyping him so much, and he has not delivered, at least not in big major tournaments. He has lost 2nd or 3rd or 4th round appearances, and sometimes even 1st round appearances, but he has never been this deep. So Felix Aliassime did a good match, 17 aces I believe he did, if I'm not mistaken, and 6 double faults, something like that. So and he was winning a lot of points behind his first serve. Actually, Sasha Zverev won more points behind first serves than Felix Alcine. Sasha Zverev won 79% behind his first serves in, compared to Felix Alcine, who won 71% behind his first serves in. But the big difference here, my friends, was points winning behind second serves. Felix Alcine wins 60% behind his second serves, and Sasha Zverev only 34. Are we surprised? No. Which is Sasha Zverev's biggest weakness as a tennis player? Is second serve. And that's why Sasha Zverev lost this match. That was the biggest difference in this match. Because winning points behind first serves, Sasha was better than Felix. 79%, Felix 71%. But the biggest difference here was winning points behind second serve. Sasha wins only 34%. Only 34%. And that has to do with all of his double faults. 20 double faults. And Felix Alcine wins 60% behind his second serves. 60%. That is great number. 60% is great number. And that's why he won the match. He was much better in winning points behind second serves than Sasha Zverev. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this 30-minute long video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.